Hello guys, welcome to my first video. Today we are going to be making a shooter game in Scratch, on Scratch. Basically all you need to do first, delete the cat over here, sorry cat, go into here and make a new sprite. You can make this anything you want, but for now I'm just going to add like a little circle. I'm going to color it gray. There we go. Now I'm going to make the movement. We want when the green flag is clicked, so basically when I start the game, it's always going to be, if you click these keys, you'll be able to move. So basically we have to go to key up arrow pressed. So when I click up arrow, I'm going to make it change its Y position by 5, so it goes up by 5. So let's test that out. Over here it goes up by 5. Now we have to repeat doing this 4 times so we could do every arrow. I changed this to down arrow, left arrow, and right arrow. So now when it's down arrow, it's going to be -5 because it's going the other way. For left, it's X, but since it's going to the left, it's -5. For right, it's 5 because it's going to the right. Now we have a basic system to move. Alright, now we're gonna make our gun. Just to scale this properly, I'm gonna make it on this sprite. There we go. But I'm actually gonna make a new sprite. Okay, click this and do Control C or Command C on MacBook, and then go to a new sprite here and copy and paste this in. You want to click when green flag clicked, forever go to sprite 1. And also forever point towards mouse pointer, so it's always gonna point to it. I have to fix this real quick. That seems about right. Maybe a bit more in. And go to back layer so it's behind the first sprite. Okay, so now we can move and we could turn our character around. You could always make these arrow keys, WASD if you want, but we're not going to do that in this episode. Name this player and name this blaster. Next, we want to make the shooting system, so we'll go into here. We'll make a little bullet. Personally, I like doing this. I get red, I get a square, I remove the outline, we don't want that. You have to put it in the middle here and then change it to one of these and swap it, and then over here this is transparent, so we could make this a transparent. So what we want it to do, when it starts, we hide it because it doesn't spawn right away. But when your mouse is clicked, so forever, if mouse down, create a clone of myself, wait a few seconds, we're gonna do 0.4 because we want it can't just spam like right away, so we'll do this. Then when I start as a clone, what I want to do, go to blaster, we want it to be to the blaster, point towards mouse pointer, and this is the shooting part. Repeat until touching edge. Move, I prefer like about 8 steps. So now, oh wait, I forgot to make, this is important, make sure to put show, so it shows. So now you could see it shoots, which is pretty cool, but it doesn't look good right now. The reason why is because it's not fully at the edge of the blaster. It's shooting from the middle. So what you want to do, you want to get your blaster and copy it into here so you could see where to put the bullet. So basically it's going to come out from about here, and then you delete this, and then now look how good it's going to look. You can move around and then you shoot, it looks good. Now you want this to delete the clone after it touches the edge. So it does that and then it deletes. Now we want to add our little enemies. I'm only going to add one in this episode. Basically all you want to do, just make the enemy, make him green or whatever you want. Same thing with the bullet, you don't want it to show right away. Make it forever, wait. We want an enemy to spawn every 5 seconds. Create a clone of myself. And then when I start as a clone, make sure it shows forever. Forever move, let's say 3 steps, point towards player. So this means it's gonna create a clone and then it chases you. Let me see. Yep, it works. But we don't want it to spawn there, so I'm gonna make it spawn at the bottom. So we're gonna make the Y set to -200, and then the X, set X to pick random from -200 to 200. So it's gonna spawn in a random spot. And yeah, that's basically the enemy. Now I'm gonna add so you could kill the enemy. Okay, if touching, go into here, forever, if touching bullet, touching sprite 1, which is our bullet, I didn't name it yet, delete this clone. We're gonna add a health system next episode. So if you shoot it, he dies. There you go. If you want to really add like a cool animation, do repeat 10, change ghost effect by 10. This basically makes it invisible because each time it changes the ghost effect by 10, it like disappears even more. To make sure that you could see the enemy every time it respawns, make sure to put clear graphic effects so it's not always in a ghost effect. And here you go. And this is our game so far. I'm gonna add one last thing. If you touch the zombie, then the game stops. Forever if touching sprite 2, which is the zombie, stop all. So now if I touch the zombie, it stops the whole game. I could add like a little background if I want. Go into the square thing, and there we go. Maybe I make this a bit lighter. There we go. And now I'm gonna quickly add WASD. Basically you just change up arrow to W. You change down arrow to S, left arrow to A, right arrow to D, and there we go, that's our game. I'm moving with WASD. If you want to check out all of these tutorials and everything, check out my page. My name is Eru1234, it's at the top right, it'll be shown on screen. I made a game called Blocky Shoot 4, that's the final project, you could see what it looks like. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode.